Well, I knew I was going to be doing upgrades, but I didn't think I was going to be doing them this fast. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Alberta RC Street Outlaws. So, it's been a couple weeks worth of practicing done with the group. Got my dr10m out, pretty much completely box stock. The XL class seems to be an absolute hit with us, so everybody's picked them up and got them stuffed in whatever cars that they're running. But today we're putting the car up on the table here to take a look at it and repair some damages. Let's switch over the camera here. Alright, so here she is in all of her glory. Like I said, just box stock. Chassis wise, I haven't done any kind of upgrades to it till today actually. Last Saturday we were out doing some runs, getting consistent 2.70s at 50 mile an hour with the car, and one of my runs I decided I wanted to do a complete 360 and back into a curb. So as you can see here, here's the factory wheelie bar. So she's toast, but no problem. $130 overnight shipment from A-Main Hobbies. I was able to pick up a new wheelie bar for it. So I was debating on which one I wanted to do, if I wanted to go with just another OEM one, if I wanted to go with the carbon fiber upgraded one. But what I ended up doing was getting the exotek single wheelie bar. Just from the package, it feels like it's going to be a little bit heavier than the factory one, but that's okay. It's an upgrade in my eyes, especially with the double wheels. If these wheelie bars are twisted in just a little way and you hit your launch and it jams that wheelie bar down, and if it's not dead flat, it's going to send your car to the left or the right, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm having that issue with my box stock drag slash, so decided I was going to go just like my my Outlaws and go with a single wheel and see if that improves and helps the car out. And also the other things that we're going to be switching out today is the Showtime Proline wheels, and we're going to swap them out with the Underdog RC low profile pizza cutter wheels. They are quite a bit smaller than the Showtime, so the only thing that we got to do when we install these is we're going to have to put bump stops on the shock shafts to stop the front bumper from dragging on the ground, and probably put a piece of fuel tube inside the front shocks, so I only have a 1/4 inch travel, so then the spring isn't helping the front end pick up under acceleration. Should help keep the car a little bit, the nose a little bit planted and lower to the ground, less chance of it wanting to pop up and do a wheelie. So over the course of the summer, we'll be slowly upgrading the dr10m, so she's competition ready, and can hopefully pull out a couple W's this year and be just as competitive as everybody else up here. Excuse me. The next thing I actually want to be doing an upgrade on, it'll probably be on the next video, but let me see if I can zoom this in here. There we go. So what I want to do is get the Marlboro servo relocation, because as you can see here, it's sitting pretty far back of the chassis. So the battery that I'm running, the Genzace 9000 Redline, it's pretty centered in the chassis, but I'd like it more forward because the car still does want to kick up pretty hard with the torque. So what it'll do is it'll take the servo from laying down on the chassis and it'll move it up over top of the bulkhead here. And when I do that, there's a little plastic piece, can't see it right now, but it runs across the front of the servo. Cut that off, and I can move my battery all the way up to the front and keep the weight as most forward as possible. So that will definitely help when it comes time for The hard launches off the line. Alright, let's dig into this wheelie bar to get her built. Forgot about this one screw. I accidentally stripped it. That's what happens when you use too much Loctite. With any kind of luck, I'll be able to use a Torx bit. Let's see if I'll focus. Pound it in there, and should give us enough grip to be able to take it out. Fingers crossed. When you're doing this, there is such thing as too much Loctite. And pay attention to what you're doing so you don't start cutting the wrong screw. So I'll be replacing that as well. No big deal. Nice part is that the carbon fiber plate will hide my mishap. So no harm, no foul. So here's the finished product. It's definitely some eye candy, that's for sure. But hopefully she'll perform just as well as she looks. But we'll get it outside and do a first impression on it. Meet you out there. Alright folks, no hand challenge. Let's see